And welcome back. Where we left off last time in the Long Dark. We're going to spend at least an hour here to warm up, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to eat the canned corn. Much as it might be interesting to try to save it, we're going to eat it. That saves us a decent amount of weight. That's almost a whole kilogram out of our inventory. And then we'll sleep a quick hour to warm up. And then we'll try to get en route again, I think. That was expected. We heard the Aurora sounds end of last part, so it's now officially here. It's officially in Aurora. See how bad the cold is. The cold's decent. Yeah, the cold's decent. We'll try to travel in the Aurora. On Interloper, Auroras are not that bad to travel in, I find. Because the wolves are rare enough, it's less of a problem. Interloper, I feel like it'd be a full shooting gallery, which is not quite what I like to do in Long Dark. Yeah, we got a destination in mind. Let's see if we can get to it. Oh, one thing I should do as we're traveling along here, find one of my campfires, like this one over here. In fact, this is the campfire to check, I suppose. Let's see if it's got any charcoal for me. 3 pieces. That's probably all we need. But yeah, if everything goes according to plan, we're going to head over to the polaroid location. And if we can, map the polaroid location. We'll see how badly the weather changes between here and there. No guarantee the Aurora will hang around that long. And while the Aurora guarantees clear, mappable weather, again, we have no idea how long the Aurora is going to last. A rope climb. I had not completely prepared for this rope climb. I don't think the rope climb... I think the rope climb is the wrong way. I think that's the way we want to go. Okay, take the rope climb down. This might be the wrong way, but I don't feel like it is.
My fingers feel numb.
There was almost certainly a way to go around that would have avoided the rope climb. Because we didn't need a rope climb up, so I'm pretty sure we didn't need a rope climb back down, right?
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Well, this may be the path. I'll know for certain that it's the path that I want to go up when I see the short climbs. So there's a couple different spots along the way where you sort of scrabble up. They're not rope climbs, but they're short climbs. Yeah, probably makes more sense when we get to them. But there are places where you just climb up the side. Yep, here's the first one. First climb. Yeah, we are definitely going the right way. And then the Polaroid's effectively the summit. Oh, no, it's not the summit. I've miscalculated. Okay, so we obviously, well, I want to, in the little bit of wind shelter we got here, start a fire. So that we're warm while we're mapping.
Come on, come on.
How bad is the cold? Minus 18, so not that bad. One lump of coal in the fire. And we should have enough time for that to map the Polaroid. Boom. That's the airfield. So where we want, where the place is up there. If we continue the way up that we just came, we would get back over to the entrance. So that's a question: is do I want to continue out? Which we could definitely do. Like if I wanted to say save the canned ham, which I am a little bit tempted to do. We could say we completed the signal journey, signal void quest. We'll come back for the buried echo. That is something that is tempting to do. And then I could come back in with more food, fresher flour, that sort of stuff. By the way, for the moment, it is time to cook. Both defeat our character and warm us up. One warmed up birch bark tea, because we're a little low on condition. I'll start getting some condition back. Cook and eat 2 rounds of porridge, I think. We're only, with this fire here, we're only barely warm. Yeah, we're only barely warm. Like, +1? +1, yeah. Yeah, I am thinking of just leaving. We can go finish the up and over here, get back to the road, and head back out to Coastal Highway. I think we'll do that. Gonna take the risk of sleeping an hour here, just to warm up a little bit more. We are in a wind-shuttled location, so we should gain 6 degrees warming for the whole hour. Okay. I want to see where this comes out on the upper road, at least. You know, I changed my mind and said we're going to keep mapping. Well, the next destination, unless I wanted to sort of improve the map out here, probably would be go back through that transition cave, out like the zone of contamination. Yeah, the airfield is pretty interesting to look at in the Aurora from up here. But yeah, I think we'll head up the coastal highway, and then I think we'll go try to complete the freighter quest we're currently on. So I believe we've already been to the purple bunker we need to go to. In a way that makes it easier, in a way that makes it harder. Makes it easier because there it means I know which bunker that is. Makes it a little bit harder because even though I know which bunker that is, I don't remember which of the bunkers we've been to. I know it's possible to glitch the Trader quest if you loot the wrong one. Whether that's been fixed or not, I'm not sure.
Too cold to think.
Okay, let's swap torches here. Not that we necessarily need to bring a torch along with us, but it allows us if I need to warm up to light a fire from the torch and basically save the match to do double duty sort of thing. So yeah, this is the one way. As you can tell, you can't jump back across that. And then this should be the road that we're about to come off on, I think. May have also been a cave to warm up in there. Oh, I'm down. And then another climb down. There's one more potential jump that we gotta jump across, or jump down from to get onto the road. Little cold. Human that we haven't searched yet. Maybe if I can find a bit of wind shelter here, we'll take cover and warm up. Here's a bit of wind shelter. Yeah, let's go swap over to warming up state. Taking a little bit more condition damage than I would like. It's really where we're at.
Come on.
Minus 21. Okay. So we can do that with a coal and a couple sticks. Make some water. Make some porridge. It looks like I'm probably not going to have enough calories to necessarily warm up using the porridge here. Drink the tea for the warming bonus from that. And we'll get a little bit off of the porridge. Oh, at which point I'm not even warm enough next to the fire here. Down to -1. Okay, warmed it a bit that way. Go ahead and eat more of the porridge. Oh, I'm eating cold porridge. Oops. Oh, both are cold. Okay. We still warm in here. We are. That's a little bit more time. Close enough. Take the 5 torches with us, and we'll head out. Well, I think we'll only get it 4. Yeah. Anyway, back to exploring. And by exploring, I mean trying to explore the way out. Okay, there's the road, so this is presumably a little bit where I gotta skip down. Like so. So yeah, there may be a partial way back up there. But there's a couple places where once you skip down, you've skipped. You're not coming back up. So it's a shortcut one way. And it's a shortcut on the way out. So that's the shortcut out. If you want to go the windy road out, that's the path you can take up. So you can take up and over to the top there, come down the other way.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
I'm going to take the longer rest in the train depot here. So I think I am going to abandon this torch. I may even go so far as just to sprint the rest of the way down to save us a little bit of condition damage.
So cold.
And I'm pretty sure we're not going to pick anything up on the radio while we're down here. In a warm place. And yeah, we're going to take the long rest here. And we won't sleep the whole 10 hours because we don't have that much fatigue. So I didn't need to really hydrate. Yeah, okay. Didn't get quite back as much condition as I like. We're still a little bit low for where I was after having all the fatigue recovered. Eat our porridge. Yeah, we're getting a little low on food, which is one of the reasons. That combined with the fact that I don't want to eat the ham. I think we want to put the ham on display down in the Coastal Highway garage. So let's go ahead and deliver that to the garage. Loitering March. Yeah, basically doing the proverbial. We finished mapping one of the 3 Bar territory maps. Basically gonna go do a resupply down at Coastal Highway. Try to complete the quest we currently have. I'll bring it up when we get to the Broken Railroad maintenance shed. Or wherever the next place it is that makes sense to stop to warm up. See how far along we get.
Can't feel my feet.
One thing I need to be on the checking for... We might check it. Might check a couple on the way back. Is what we're looking for the quest is in one of the Prepper's caches, Prepper's bunkers. We've been to the correct one before because it was the one with the recipe. I just don't remember which one the recipe is. Might check a couple as we go along. Worst case scenario, we'll end up breaking the quest, and that would be sad. But
Wait.
there's a couple we can check on the way back. Take the detour going through the Muskeg to check that one, and we check the one in Mystery Lake pretty easily. Don't think this cave is warm. No, this cave isn't. Oh, it is dark though. Yeah, we're gonna fire up the lantern. So there's one other reason to go back is to get more lantern fuel. Because we're running a little low on lantern fuel. One drawback of having this basic lantern is a bit of a lantern fuel hog. Okay, got a bit where we got a little bit of visibility. I think this one's just a bit of a straight bit. Just walk straight ahead. Well, I suppose on your end this is completely unseeable, so let's go ahead and fire up the lantern so you can see at least what I can see, which, okay, isn't the greatest, but better than nothing. Okay, and then we can see the end, this bit of tunnel. Not seeing any loot, so I'm going to go ahead and put the torch out. Save some fuel. Wind appears to be blowing with us. I'm going to do a little bit of sprinting here. We're going to come up on a cave eventually that will be warm, so let's try to get to that cave quicker. Oh, was not expecting one of you. That's the right call. That's not the right weapon. Get rid of him. The reason I brought up that's not the right weapon is thinking about shooting him is like, you know, I'm not going to shoot him with my one and only flare charge. I got one flare charge on me, and I'd rather not use it on a wolf. Much more on board with shooting a bear with it. Of course, it just defaults to the Magnum equivalent. It's like, yeah, we got a big pistol here. No, I don't want to use the one-shot, one-kill weapon. Remnant Cave. So apparently I haven't actually stepped a foot in this cave before. We are obviously going to warm up in this cave. Much of it's kind of a waste of this torch, or the waste of this flare here. Only really used the flare because it was too windy to use a torch.
Come on.
Okay. Porridge. Eat the porridge. Making the round of porridge. Just surprised that this, yeah, it's not gonna last for the last of the porridge here, but there it goes, burning out. It still sounds a bit windy. Let's we can go ahead and map this cave, add it to the map. We can see a little bit of the branch line here. I think that's all we've mapped in the branch line, to be fair. That if hopefully the wind's playing along, because we know there's wolves out there, as annoying as they are. Hopefully get past them without having to light on a flare. I think the answer is I think the wolves are all behind us. Steely Chasm. Which I think if you fall down the chasm, that does kill you, so don't do that. There's a half a dozen places out here in the far territories where you can almost imagine they've put them in to specifically discourage you billy goating. Like, they look like places like, oh, you could billy goat down to there and find out what's down there, and the answer is, you're not supposed to go down there, so it kills you instantly. Like, oh, yeah, that's not great. And of course the wind took our ignition. It got us past the wolves, at least. If I was desperate to get warm, there's the cave that we use to get up here. Don't need to use it, because I'm not that desperate. Should be able to get at least to the next tunnel. The tunnel, the maintenance bits of the tunnel are warm, so we'll warm up in there. At which point we're most of the way out of the far territories, and we'll be at the Broken Railroad at that point. You know, this is probably warm. I'm going to take a little bit of risk, and we're going to map here. There we go. One of the things I'm going to do to pass the time is to try to go out to, say, like 500 or 1,000 days or something, is try to map the map. Get the map looking real nice. And little bits like that are what makes the map nice. There's no, I don't think there's a faithful cartographer equivalent to the far territories, per se, achievement-wise. Couple pry bars there, we need more pry bars, we don't need those. We are in the tunnel over here, gonna need to use the lantern a little bit more. Wouldn't have had to if the torch would stay lit, but I think from an ignition standpoint, the torch, or the lantern here is the better choice for moving around in these places. Don't think our rabbit gloves need repair. We could probably get away with a rabbit repair. Quickly repair them though, because I think we have the light we need. Yeah. That's better. That'll help us with warmth. So our trading mission, if I take the time to do it, is we got this as an extra trade, so we need to go find signs of Wyatt. In Interloper specifically, the bunkers are not super obvious. Like, Survivalist would be a picture designed for the bunker. The Interloper version of it's very different. So we got to recover that item. I don't remember. We've been to the right bunker, just we haven't been to the bunker since we've got the request popped up. We're gonna get some pickle. We're gonna get some stuff to get pickles, which is a bunch of raw fish. We're gonna get some stuff to get a couple wool socks. We're just gonna see if these are improvements over current socks. More oats and more flour. So that is, if everything goes according to plan, that's sort of going to be what we're working on this stream, I think, for the rest of it. Wasn't exactly what I'm doing, so now we're going to have to hear a hiss instead, the entire way, which is fine. Not great, but it's fine. Okay, we're not particularly cold going through this bit of tunnel. We are officially back outside again. We need to warm up more. Could have spent a little bit more time inside there, but I think we're good enough to get to the Broken Railway and the next part break. But yeah, we're gonna go around, start checking the purpose caches. In addition, maybe doing some of the harvesting, right? So we're gonna have, I think this is gonna be a 5 or 6 part stream. This is the second part, probably the end of this part when we get to the Broken Railway. Maintenance shed. See how the weather is. If the weather is good, we might try to push farther. Okay, that's the end of that. Oh, the lighting had improved. Okay, I probably could have had that lit off for quite a while. Double echelon down's pretty bad. And wind in our face, yeah. I'm gonna take a stopover at the maintenance shed. Oh, I do have fuel, so we could, if the weather's vaguely playing along, we try to finish cooking that bear. Yeah, back out to Coastal Highway. We'll check a couple of the purpose caches on the way. We'll try to mostly complete the trade, and then we'll go check a few more of the purpose caches. On the way out to Coastal Highway, we'll basically walk past 12. We can detour to 2 of them pretty easily. And I'm pretty sure one of the ones we've already been to is the correct one.
Can't feel my hands.
So I don't have to go find any new ones. Just just have to go to the ones we've already been to. Ah, wolf detect us. We have a wind shelter here, so can I pull out a torch? Not the right torch. Okay. There's a torch. Good thing the torch scared it off, because I just realized after I pulled the arrow back and started the charge that I had the wrong arrowhead on the arrow. Fire-hardened arrows don't kill wolves. I think if you headshot them, they do spook them, but still a little bit risky.
Freezing.
This is one reason maybe not to come down to the maintenance shed every trip, is the maintenance shed is sometimes a little infested with wolves. Just a little. Okay, battery we hopefully don't need. Not cured yet. That's fine, in theory don't need it cured yet. No, I didn't, I had brought some cooked meat back here. I didn't, apparently. Well, this is where I'm going to put the part break in. If the weather holds, we'll go and try to cook some bear meat in the next part. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. I'm going to try to record 4 more parts tonight. We'll see how quickly I record them. Maybe it might only be 3. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. This will be a little bit of a longer break because it's time to go make a new cup of tea, but I'll be back as soon as the cup of tea is made. So with that, I wish you all the best of luck. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.